Shall we start? Hello, everybody. A very good morning to everyone who may have logged in from different parts of the country or even the world. We will wait for a little time, maybe 5 minutes, and then we will start the session. We will have more participants on board. So we request you to wait for a few minutes. Thank you. Okay, so let's begin. A very good morning to everyone once again. I, Dr. Tessie Thadathil, have the pleasure of welcoming you to this webinar organized to introduce you to our college, the Symbiosis College of Arts and Commerce. In the course of this webinar, we will be presenting to you the various degree programs as well as numerous other additional learning opportunities that are offered by our college. In this particular session, we will be talking to you about our Bachelor of Commerce or BCom program. And for that, I have with me the principal of our college, Dr. Rishikesh Soman, the vice principal of our college, Dr. Sunaini Parchure, and the registrar of our college, Mrs. Gandhali Parlekar. This webinar invites you to consider our college as your next study destination. The agenda is simple. We begin with our principal's address, followed by a short PowerPoint presentation on the BCom program. We then have the question and answer session, and finally, the vote of thanks. There is only one request, dear friends. As we go along, please type in your questions into the chat box to save time. Please do not wait to type your questions in the end. This would save all of us a lot of time. So I now hand it over to the principal, Dr. Rishikesh Soman, to share his thoughts with you.
Good morning, everybody. I welcome you all for this webinar, Your Study Destination. Let me thank you for showing interest in our college, and I will be very happy to introduce you to our college. Symbiosis, as you know, is well known for its quality education. It was established in 1971 out of compassion. It is a very interesting story that you will hear when you come to college. I'm not going to tell you the story right now because some excitement is naturally necessary when you actually come over here. Nevertheless, we are very happy and proud member of Symbiosis family. Our college was established in 1983. Our college has been part and parcel of erstwhile University of Pune, which is now presently known as Savitribai Phule Pune University, or in abbreviation SPPU. So we are the only institute from Symbiosis which is actually affiliated to SPPU. We are an autonomous college. Considering our academic excellence, UGC has conferred upon us this prestigious status in 2012. UGC further has given us the status of college with potential for excellence in 2016. RUSA, that is Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan, that is the wing of MHRD, that has conferred upon us the status of excellent college and has given us grant of 5 crore to enhance the excellence. As I said, this college was established, rather Symbiosis as a whole was established out of compassion, and that compassion was for the international students studying in Pune at that time. And therefore, internationalization is a part and parcel of our DNA. Our college is not just a kind of a college having a local crowd, but we get students from all over the country. Practically all states are being represented, and we also get students from various Afro-Asian countries. Considering all these things over a period of time, NAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, has accredited our college with A+ in 2017. Now, this entire vibrant scenario makes our college multilingual, multicultural, and multi-ethnic. We want to have a kind of education in a very holistic pattern, and therefore we do not just stick to our regular mainframe or mainstream kind of education. We understand that in today's world, a student needs to be equipped with something much more than mere regular mainstream typical syllabus. And therefore in 2006, we started liberal arts program. I'm very happy to tell you that our college is the first college in India to introduce liberal arts program way back in 2006. Since then, we have been offering this diploma in liberal arts or individual certificate courses in liberal arts as a value addition to your BA or BCom. See, this is the age of differentiate or die kind of thing. So we have got many factors which will help you differentiating. So liberal arts is one thing where we are trying to inculcate kind of a holistic perspective towards a particular phenomenon, a 360-degree perspective about a particular thing, a particular phenomenon, particular issue, what we call as interdisciplinary approach or multidisciplinary approach. Of course, you will be hearing little more about that later in the presentation. But liberal arts becomes a kind of very important factor in our college, and we all cherish that particular department. Now, in the modern recent kind of changes, skill development has become a very important thing. And therefore, we have started focusing also on higher order skills. Unfortunately, skill development is not really being perceived as very glamorous or interesting field as such. So we are offering higher order skills which will help you to get employable, to become employable at the early stage. So I was talking about internationalization there. So in internationalization, we have got collaboration with various universities and various institutions abroad. Therefore, we have collaborated with ACCA UK. See, I'm trying to connect the internationalization and the skill part over here. So ACCA is a UK-based chartered accountancy program. Again, you will hear a little more in the presentation, and after this session, there will be another session specifically dedicated to ACCA. So those who would like to know something more about that, they can just join the next session little later after this, immediately after this. Anyway. So this ACCA is a professional qualification, and we have integrated this ACCA into BCom. So what we are saying that we are trying to offer you higher order skills through various means and ways. And then we also consider that why everybody should get a job. Why can't somebody start one's own business or activities? And therefore, we also have established Entrepreneurship Cell. The Innovation and Entrepreneurship Hub is another vibrant department of our college that will help you to actually establish your business while you are in college. We have got a program as Campus Entrepreneur, and that will certainly help you to start early and try to establish your business or your startup while you are in the college. Of course, all these things are there, and there are much more things that I can keep on talking, really speaking. However, this year has come up with a lot of challenges. And though we will be having admissions in due course, and though everything is online, let me tell you frankly, our college has been doing online admission since 2007, where online admission was really not known, or not, it was not really a very common thing. So having online admission is not a great thing for us this year especially, but having online classes is going to be. In the sense, though you will be taking admission, I believe that in the initial few months, you may not be able to physically come to college, and you will be attending the classes through online program or online platform, just like what we are discussing right now. However, let me assure you one thing, that our college or our campus or Symbiosis as a whole, I would say, we are very cautious about the safety and security of the students, and therefore we have established our Symbiosis Center for Healthcare way back in 1990s, and we also have got recently established our hospital, which is taking care of even the COVID-19 cases also, which is a little far away from our campus. Our campus is in the city on Senapati Bapat Road. This hospital is little away, 15-20 kilometers away from our present campus as such. What I'm trying to emphasize is we are health conscious, we are concerned about your health, and therefore we have got full-fledged health services available on our campus as well. So whenever you will be coming physically here, please do not worry about your health issues, because we are all ready, we are all geared up to keep you healthy. Okay, and therefore I'm really eager to welcome you personally when you will be actually stepping on our campus very soon. I wish this pandemic gets over at the earliest, and we all meet face to face in coming few months. So I once again welcome all of you for this particular webinar, and now I hand over the entire proceeding to Dr. Tracy for further presentations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now that sir has told you about our major achievements and the mission ahead, let us look at the BCom program that is being offered. The mission of the BCom degree is to offer in-depth and contemporary knowledge in the field of business studies, commerce, and management. Aided by a constantly evolving syllabus, an interdisciplinary approach, a strong technologically enabled environment, and research rigor, We work towards nurturing our students to possess healthy minds, imbibe ethical practices, develop entrepreneurial acumen, develop sensitivity to environmental concerns, and acquire attributes considered as a global citizen. We offer regular BCom, an integrated BCom, which we will be covering in the next session today, a BCom with honors, and additional courses in liberal arts, skill development, and entrepreneurship. The regular BCom program offers 5 specializations, namely banking, costing, entrepreneurship, human resource, and marketing. As mentioned earlier, we also offer an integrated BCom degree with a professional qualification of ACCA from UK, having a specialization in accounting and finance. This is a slightly different format and will be covered separately in our next session today at 1 p.m. The link for this will be sent or may have been already sent to you. The BCom regular course earns you a total of 132 credits. Credits, as you probably know, is a measure of learning progress and supports your entry into higher educational programs. Now, in addition to the regular BCom, if you secure 65% and above in your first year, you are eligible to apply for the BCom with honors program. This earns you a total of 148 credits. This honors program is offered for each of the specializations. So, for example, if you have chosen banking as your specialization in the second year of regular BCom, you will study a total of 8 papers of banking spread over the second and third year. But if you apply for honors in addition to your regular BCom and are selected for the same, you will do an additional of 3 core papers in that specialization, which is banking in this case. So that's 3 in addition to your 8 papers, plus 1 interdisciplinary paper, which is different from your specialization. For example, you are a banking student, your interdisciplinary course could be, say, appreciation of theatre. You also do 1 life skills paper, for example, team building and leadership. There is 1 more paper on research methodology and also a research project with a dissertation. So, it is a solid heavyweight honors program. Along with your BCom or BCom with honors program, you can also pursue a diploma in liberal arts or just some standalone certificate courses in the liberal arts. The liberal arts program, as Principal Soman just said, was started way back in 2006 and was the first of its kind in India. It is a shining gap offering more than 50 and interesting courses ranging from the field of language and literature, humanities and social sciences, natural sciences, as also the performing arts. So don't be surprised to suddenly hear muted sounds of African djembes from some corner of the building, which really adds to the ambience of the learning environment. The diploma requires you to complete 6 subjects, which can earn you a further 18 credits, or if you just do standalone courses, each would earn you an additional 3 credits. The Center for Liberal Arts is a vibrant hub which explores and develops creative thinking, encourages learners to consider different points of view, challenges preconceptions, and also develops critical thinking skills. The class strength is small, between a minimum of 8 to maximum 15. It is characterized by intense classroom discussions, partnered by an abundance of field trips, guest lectures, and workshops. International initiatives. Internationalization and molding our students as global citizens is the mandate of our institution and the vision of our founder director, Dr. S.B. Muzumdar. The international exchange programs expose our students and faculty to international educational practices and pedagogy. In the light of this, the college organizes both inbound and outbound programs. Inbound programs are a platform for foreign students coming to our campus. It helps them to showcase their culture and integrate with the local students on our campus. The outbound programs, on the other hand, include student and faculty exchange programs to Germany, France, Canada, summer programs in Israel, integrated degree programs with US universities, joint research projects with Germany, and seamless admission into the master's program in different countries. We also have a very dynamic center for skill development, where you can pick up further credits. It offers numerous interesting and industry-relevant skill courses, such as digital marketing skills, professional retail banking, campus to corporate, to name just a few. The Center for Skill Development organizes interactive sessions in collaboration with industry experts, corporate trainers, entrepreneurs, and senior academicians. We are also very proud of our placement cell, which placed 141 students in some very well-known companies. The highest salary package that was offered last year was 6.9 lakhs per annum by Credit Suisse. The placement cell is a well-oiled machine which systematically and with purpose makes students industry ready by organizing workshops on career counseling, resume writing, group discussions, and personal interviews. Companies that visit our campus regularly are a testimonial of faith in our institution and our students. Among the many valued partners you see on the screen, Ernst & Young and Deloitte, for example, have been recruiting from our campus for many years now. The Symbiosis Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship is yet another dynamic center which aims to foster an entrepreneurial ecosystem in the college. It organizes guidance sessions with startup founders, organizes business plan competitions, field visits, mentoring sessions, summits, art and craft festivals, flea market, etc. The buzz of activity in the center is to be experienced in order to explain it fully. For the past few years now, the college has also been hosting Tedx, the international program which promotes ideas worth spreading, bringing notable speakers on campus and inspiring all of us. It's not all work, okay? We also have a college fest called Simagine once every year, where you can let your hair down and engage all your other faculties besides your academic ones. There are also a multitude of associations to pick from, such as the National Service Scheme, the Symbiosis Social Involvement Program, Debate Society, Drama Circle, etc., to add to your Symbi experience. Our campus is small, tiny in fact, and compact, but every inch is used optimally. We have a very well-equipped library with a sterling librarian, a well-equipped computer lab, a gym to sweat it out if you so desire, a food court to fuel your academic rigor, and state-of-the-art technology-enabled classrooms. So here is our pitch. If you are looking for variety and rigor in academic offering, a multicultural environment, a plethora of interdisciplinary courses to pick from, a springboard to some very good companies, and you evolving as a thinking person, then your destination should be the Symbiosis College of Arts and Commerce. We are waiting to welcome you. So remember, admissions will be online based on merit. Reservations will be as per the Government of Maharashtra. Admissions for foreigners and NRI students will be done through the Symbiosis Center for International Education. And details regarding all of this and more will be available on our college website, www.symbiosiscollege.edu.in. One announcement, the link for feedback is put in the chat box under features. Please keep a lookout for it and make sure you fill it up. Thank you very much. We shall now have the question and answer session, which will be handled by our Vice Principal, Dr. Sunaini Parchure, and our Registrar, Mrs. Gandhali Paralekar, supported by Professor Ashwini Kothari and Professor Monica Parikh, Ginny Jacob ma'am, and Sheena Matthews ma'am. I hand it over to them.
Hello, friends. I'm Mrs. Parchure, the Vice Principal of the college, and thank you very, very much for your very enthusiastic response that you have shown about knowing about our college as such. We also thought that in this current situation of the pandemic, and that there is a lot of uncertainty, not on your side, on our side, and everywhere. So we thought this would be a good platform to interact with you and at least share some glimpses and visions of what our college is doing, so that some kind of certainty is given to you as to what your future education will be. In this context, therefore, we decided to have this webinar, and really we've got a lovely response, and thank you for that. Before I move on to the question answer sessions, which has already been told to you, will be handled in a few minutes, I would just like to clarify one thing. You know, you all are very young students of the 12th standard and just about coming into the world. And we have been telling you that we are an autonomous college. And I'm sure some of you must be knowing it, but I would just like to clarify. Of course, Soman sir has done it earlier, but just a little more clarification than autonomy. You are a college reverse. So your degree you will be getting from the university. And what is exciting about autonomy is our courses, exams, our evaluation pattern, our subject, our curriculum, all that is left to the college to design. As a result of which, we can make it as dynamic as you want to and as you give your feedback. Having said this, I think we will move on to an open house question answer session, and hope we can answer all your questions in this. And the good thing about this is, in the class, when we ask a question, and we can see the student here, once I answer, I will assume that you have understood and you like the answer. So let's move on. Yeah.
I would now ask the questions, and it would be answered by our Vice Principal and Registrar ma'am. Ma'am, one of the participants would like to know if we have an entrance exam for BCom, and also what is the cutoff for BCom.
Good morning, everybody. The question which has been asked now is regarding the admission process. So the admission will be actually, it will be based on merit. There won't be any entrance exam. The admission, we always have online admissions, and on our website, all the details will be given. We will after the HSC board exam results are declared, we will start the link of online admission on our website. And the cutoff for the academic year 1920 was 93.20 for first merit list, and for the last merit list, it was 81%.
They also would like to know what is our student on intake.
Our student intake is 720 students. We have total 6 divisions of commerce.
One of the participants would like to know when would we start with the admission process.
We will start the admission procedure just now. I said that the admission procedure will start after the declaration of Maharashtra State Board exam results. That will be probably by 15th of July. So after that, you can check on the website regularly, and the link for online admission will be open during that time.
Ma'am, they would also like to know what the fees would be.
The fees for BCom will be in the range of 27 to 30,000 for the academic year, and for foreigner students it will be little more.
Okay. Ma'am, the next question is regarding whether how different is BCom different from BCom with ACCA?
Tessie, would you like to respond, or should I answer this? Tessie?
Can you rephrase the question, please? I missed the whole question. Can you just repeat the question?
The participant would like to know how the BCom, our regular BCom, is different from the BCom with ACCA.
Okay. The BCom with ACCA, they have certain subjects of ACCA which are taken in place of the BCom regular subjects. So in the first year, 3 subjects of BCom are replaced by ACCA subjects, and then the remaining subjects papers each semester in second year and third year. So it's a total of 30 papers of ACCA which replaces the BCom papers. So it's partially some of the subjects of BCom and some of the subjects of ACCA, and all the papers of ACCA are completely covered during the 3 years of BCom. So when they go to appear for their ACCA professional qualification, they get an exemption of the first 6 papers which are already covered in our syllabus. And then for the remaining papers, they appear for the exams in college, as well as they have to appear for the professional exams conducted by the ACCA Institute UK. And so they get their BCom degree from Symbiosis as well as their ACCA professional qualification.
Thank you, Tessie. Jacob would like to know how we are going to conduct classes under the COVID circumstances.
Okay. We have planned that if the FY BCom, we are hopefully thinking that it will start by the 1st of September, tentatively as of now, because we don't know what the situation would be. And we don't have to worry about it because most of our classes will be conducted through online. And we will be, once your admission is over, we'll definitely be communicating to you as to what exactly will be the module or mechanism by which we have these online classes. So I think looks like mostly this term would be online, depending upon how the situation changes and improves. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. We have another question from a participant which is asking, is it necessary to opt for ACCA if I want to do a BCom finance?
Yes. See if you, yeah, Jessie, yeah.
Is Monica online? She would be able to.
Yeah, I'll be able to answer this. See, when you're opting for an integrated program, you are studying the same syllabus for 2 qualifications. One is for the BCom and other is for ACCA. So it's totally up to you. If you want to be qualified ACCA, you have to give their exams. So, but if you are not interested in giving those exams, you can still opt for just a BCom degree in specialization in finance.
Thank you, Monica. We have Sushant who would like to know if he can take a BCom honors without ACCA.
Yes, of course he can do that. See, Sushant, I think your name is. See, what the thing is, we have 3 parallels that are happening in the college. One is you either do the regular BCom degree, which is like regular BCom of any college, or you can opt to do what is called honors program. BCom degree of honors, you can do the ACCA program. But there is also the possibility of doing a BCom with ACCA and honors. If you're feeling very enthusiastic about studying, about how well you can take it, and if you're really interested, there is also an option for you to do BCom, ACCA with honors, and that really will take you places.
Thank you, ma'am. Also, there is a question which is basically if I choose, which is from Ishvita. She wants to know, is it necessary to be from Maharashtra to apply for college?
No. Gandhali, are you taking this question? Take it ahead.
Okay. No, it is not at all necessary that you have to be Maharashtrian to come to our college. You are from any state of India.
All states, students from all states coming in, and the merit list is also a combined merit list that we put up. So there is no restriction on whether you have to be from Maharashtra. It is from all over the country and also, of course, from international countries. Yeah, does that answer yours?
Yes, ma'am. They also would like to know that how many subjects are included in calculating the cutoff.
Yes, Gandhali?
Yes, madam. We take aggregate score for calculating the percentage. So we don't take usually the best of 4 or best of 5 kind of system. Whatever marks are there on the mark sheet, we calculate those marks, and as per that we take out the percentage.
Thank you, ma'am. Also, they would like to know if there is an army quota.
Yes, yes. We have defense ex-servicemen. Then for the grandchildren of freedom fighters, there is a 5% quota.
A student also would like to know, can a science student go for a BCom with ACCA?
Yes, a science student can also, because when you come in, we do have students from science, arts, all field. So once he's doing the BCom degree, it starts right at the beginning. So there is no problem in a student of a science. In fact, he would have a lot of advantage because his maths and science and all will be quite strong. And that would be of an advantage to any course as such.
And I'd like to add here that one of our students, Slade Alexander, he was from the science background and he got a world rank for a paper in ACCA. So it's very much possible.
Also, there is a question which is commerce without maths as a subject eligible for taking BCom honors?
Oh yes, there's no restriction on the subject of the that you need for BCom honors. The only eligibility condition is that BCom so not having maths at the BCom level is no in your honors degree. Yes,
ma'am, Gandhali ma'am, if you could repeat this, there are a number of participants who would like to know what would be our student intake and what is the cutoff. So if you could just repeat that once more, please.
Yeah. The cutoff last year for a BCom course was actually the first merit list was 93.20% was the cutoff, and last merit list it was 81%. And the total intake is 720 students. We have total 6 divisions for BCom.
Okay, may I just add to this? The student, who's the student who's asking this question? Sheena, her name is there?
No, ma'am, it's anonymous.
Okay. See, basically what happens is our intake, as Gandhali ma'am said, is 720, and the cutoff last time was 93. Of course, we have a few merit lists, 4, 5 merit lists, and it all depends. So this year and every year, it depends upon the number of students applying. So when, and this year being a very, year we don't want the sponsor, so we have to wait for cutoff. Let me run about 8 or so to get into the FY BCom course. Of course, it all depends upon the performance of the students at 12th in this current year and also how many apply in this current year. Thank you.
One of the participants would like to know whether we provide internship. This is Yash who would like to know whether we provide internships.
We really don't provide internships, but we encourage a lot of internships. So suppose you have contacted a company and they require some, certification from our college, some even to the extent of, going out and speaking to them, the college authorities would be willing to do that and do that. And there are a lot of our students who go in for internships, either by their own or by the assistance of our placement cell or by the assistance of our entrepreneurship development cell. We do create a very conducive atmosphere for that. And secondly, we have this the BCom degree courses for 125 credits, 2 credits. In additional 32 credits, sorry, additional 7 credits, we do give a credit even for students who do internships. Like when you go home, you can do an internship. When you're here, if we have any contact, we give you all sorts of favorable support to do an internship, but we don't commit that every student would get an internship because the numbers are so large. But however, we do encourage students to take up internship and help you in any other way in that. Thank you.
One of the students, thank you, ma'am. One of the students wanted to know if he could choose a professional degree side by side while he is doing a degree with us.
Do you want me to give the honest answer? The honest answer is, even if you're doing a professional degree course, BSc, the courses, we would not be giving you any leniency because we expect the classes are just from 10:30 in the morning to about 12, beyond which we have honors and beyond which we have liberal arts. So we would expect you to be in the college till your regular classes are done. And then after that, you should be able to go for your professional degree courses. So we would advise you that you take any kind of a training program or professional, whatever, not a tuition, but training as such after the college hours. That is what we would like you to do. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. One of the participants is keen to know about admission into the hostel.
Yes,
Nandali?
we have. Yes, madam, I will answer this. We have hostels available. However, the seats are limited as the hostels on our campus, they are shared by 2-3 other institutes of Symbiosis also. And so the seats are limited, but we have hostel facilities on campus, as well as one girls hostel is nearby within some 5 minutes walk distance.
We get a lot of students from other states, and till last year we had the practice of, we have a lot of the paying guest facilities in and around the college. So, and they are very secure and safe. The only thing is, I really wouldn't be able to comment on those facilities in this current situation. But in a way, Pune is safe, and if you even get a paying guest facility, it's quite okay that way, given our limited seats.
Thank you, ma'am. We also, there's a question which is regarding as to when would the second and the third or the final list come for admissions? How much time span is between the first and the second and third list?
Yes, usually the second list comes within the same week, because we declare one list, then we give 2 to 3 days for the first merit list students to take their admissions or secure their seats, and then after that we declare second list. So within 15 to 20 days, the entire admission procedure is over.
That used to happen. Again, yeah. Please keep in mind this special year. Okay, so maybe a little different this time, giving you a little more time to handle it as such.
Virtually, ma'am, they would like to know, yes. One of the participants would like to know about the attendance criteria. What is the attendance criteria?
We have a 75% attendance criteria, and here I would like to tell you that our exam pattern is also different. Since it's a semester system and autonomous, we have a continuous evaluation pattern. So in the continuous evaluation pattern, which is at the moment, we have an internal component of 40% and an external component of 60%. So the 40% goes on throughout the term, and we have a policy of 75% attendance, and all that does matter both in your internal as well as your external performance. And we are in fact looking to make the internal a little more vibrant in the next coming academic years as such. Thank you.
Also, one of the participants wanted to know about the ACCA. How much is it different from the BCom?
I would like to take this question. A link has been sent to all the students here who have enrolled here, so you can attend the webinar at 12:30 where you'll get all the details of ACCA integrated program. It is a very different program where the specialization is in accounting and finance. The subjects are totally different and the specialization starts from the first year itself. For the other specializations, you can select or are assigned to you in the second year, whereas this integrated ACCA program, the specialization is in the first year itself. So for more details, you can log in the next webinar, which will start at 12:30.
Thank you, Monica. The other question was whether Symbiosis College, is it private or is it government aided? That is one. And also, Gandhali ma'am, if you could just repeat, they also wanted to know when you say the cutoff, they wanted to know aggregates. Like, for example, is physical education considered among aggregates and how many subjects?
See, different boards, they have different total subjects. And so if the marks are given to that particular subject on the mark sheet, then we calculate that subject. Though it is written as additional subject or something, still if it is there is grade, we do not count it. But when we calculate the aggregate marks, then the marks are given on the mark sheet. Any other questions?
Okay, if that was not clear, I think the voice was breaking. She said if it is a part of your aggregate mark shown in the marking, it would be calculated.
Yes.
If it's a grade subject,
Yes.
then automatically it is separately considered.
Yes.
So whatever is in your marks, all those subjects are calculated. Yeah?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you. Ma'am, they would like to know, the participants would like to know two things. One is the college timing. Second is whether there is a transport facility available.
See, college timings for the FI BCom is 7:30 in the morning, and the lectures go on at till about 12. But let me tell you, that doesn't end there, because 12 onwards we have all our other add-on exciting programs like the liberal arts courses. We have also the skill development courses. All that happens after 12. But the regular timing of the college is 7:30 to about 12, and after which we have a lot of associations. You know, that's exciting to have. So mostly till 1:32, if you're in associations and all, you would go on. So teaching timing is from 7:30 to 12, and rest of the programs, if you take, that goes on beyond 12. And what was the other question, Sheena? What was the other part of the question?
Ma'am, it was about the timing. Timing and the transport is what they wanted to know.
Yeah, we don't have a transport facility. Pune is quite safe. You know, you have these little three-wheelers which are their rickshaws, auto rickshaws and buses and all that, but we don't have a transport facility of the college as such. Yeah.
Also, one of the participants want to know as to how many merit can they expect?
No, the voice was not clear at all. Can you please repeat?
Yeah.
Ma'am, they wanted to know that how many merit lists would actually come out? How many merit lists should they expect?
See, you know what? We generally have about 5 to 6 merit lists, and that is in a normal situation. So if you take the average of so many years with 5 to 6 merit lists, even though the situation is different, but we really cannot say something because it's the response of this. You know what? I really don't want to scare you off, but many parents, you know, if we don't not coming from outside or whatever it is, depending upon the numbers that respond, and it also depends upon, suppose we have the first and the second merit list, and the second merit list gets covered and all the students take admission, then we would not really require the third admission merit list. But on an average in the last many years, it's been about 4 to 5 merit lists as such. Does that answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, one of the participants wanted to know what is a reservation policy for admission.
Yeah, we
Yes.
follow the government of Maharashtra rules for and their policy of reservation. So approximately 72% reservation is there, and the rest is for the open category students. Like clear? Or you want any more Clarification.
I just have a question.
No, I'm
Which
not able to hear
regarding
you.
this credit, Gandhali ma'am, Gandhali ma'am, this question is for Parchuri ma'am, and she wanted one of the participants wanted to know what is credit and how is it useful.
Okay. See, when you talk about a credit, we have told you that 125 credits. One credit, when you say it's a 15 hours teaching. Okay, so all our courses are 45 credits, which is 3 credits. Okay, so in that, when you do all your subjects throughout the BCom and BA, we have about 125 credits. Okay, the Soman sir, are you on? Soman sir?
Yes, I'm there.
Would you just like to elaborate on this, please?
See, credit is a system of counting the learning process as such, and normally it is being considered that how much time you have spent to learn. So there is a unit. So we normally say, I mean, it is a well accepted norm all over the world that when it is face-to-face learning, then normally 15 hours is equivalent to 1 credit. And when we are having this one subject, suppose that subject is for say 45 hours, so that means you have covered 3 credits over there. Now whether you pass with 40% marks or you pass with 90% marks, if you have put in that much effort, then you get that credit. Your grade is different, what we call as cumulative grade, that is CGPA, or semester grade, that is SGPA. Those grades are related to your performance in the examination, but the credit is about the timing or the time or the this thing that you have spent in learning process or face-to-face learning process as such, or there could be a self-study component as well. So this is what we call as a time measurement of your learning process in the form of credit, and therefore you can collect the credit from different ways of learning. That's why internship has got credit. If you are doing some classical dance, or if you are having a some kind of dramatics or something like that, and if you spend time to pursue that particular art and there is a kind of quantifiable measures, then you can certainly get credit from the college for doing that. So we are not just fussy about only the mainstream education, but if we also want to encourage the various art and sports and other things. So wherever and whenever it is a quantifiable thing, we certainly give you credit for that. So it's a time measurement per se, in nutshell. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Parchuri ma'am, there is this question on the placement cell, wherein the participant would like to know as to how the placement cell works, and when does which year does the placement would be applicable, which year, whether it's the second or the third year.
Okay, what we do is basically we have a placement cell. Okay, so we generally have about, out of the total of about 720, 800 students, about 340 or so register, or depends upon your talk about. And placements generally in the 5th semester, when the students go into the 5th semester, that is the 3rd year, it is at that time that the companies come in and select the students, so that by the time they pass out of the 6th semester, they already have their jobs. And if a company wants to take any training session or something in between that particular 2 semesters, they do that. Sometimes students, even at the end of the 2nd year or just about when they're ending, they have a chance for placements, but most of the placements take place in the 5th semester beginning itself, so that the student gets the 5th and the 6th semester before he goes into his placements. Is that clear?
Yes,
would anybody like to add anything on that? No. Okay, thank you.
Gandhali ma'am, this is one of the participants, Ipshita. She wanted to know as to the number of seats which are available for non-Maharashtrian general category.
Number of seats available
for non-Maharashtrian general category.
No, we don't have any separate quota for Maharashtrian and non-Maharashtrian student as such. We declare a merit list which is for Maharashtra as well as non-Maharashtra students. It is on the basis of merit only.
Thank you, ma'am. Parchuri ma'am, we've answered about attendance, right?
Yes.
We've answered the student. One of the students wanted to know about attendance and the timing for the library.
Okay.
And the
Timing?
gym.
I think the timing for the library is we have it on from 8 o'clock onwards. 7:30 onwards is the lectures. 8 o'clock or so is the library which goes in. But of course, from 7:30 to 11 or so, you're in the class. So you generally avail the facility of the library only after 11 o'clock. And the gym also opens very early at about 6:37 or so in the morning. And the gym is just next to our college building. So it won't be too much effort to go to the gym for you people. If the classes are in one building and the gym is opposite. So that way you'll be lucky. And just next to it, after your gym, you can go to the food court, which is the canteen. So all the three, what should I say, incentives are there for you to join.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, there is this question, Gandhali ma'am, for you, whether there is any quota for Northeast students.
Yes, yes. We have a special quota for Northeast region states, and that quota is 2 students per state. We have 8 states from Northeast India, and we accept 2 students also on the basis of merit from 8 of these states. So we have total 16 students quota for BCom.
So I guess, ma'am, that would be a majority of questions that we have.
Can I just add? Excuse me. Can I just add about this Northeast quota?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, the students from Northeast can apply straight away, and if their marks are very high, then they can come in the normal admission process. See, normally these quotas we declare toward the end of the merit list. Like for example, in the first merit list, we do not declare the quota, but we declare towards maybe third or fourth merit list, so that those who have got good marks, they can come in the normal admission process. However, those students who have got little lesser marks, we declare the quota so that they can also be accommodated. So in that sense, we can have a lot of students from Northeast on merit as well as on this particular quota. So this quota is only for 16 seats, per 2 seats per 8 states of Northeast. But however, you can have as many students from Northeast on the basis of merit even before that first couple of merit lists if they have got good score. So there is no specific restriction that we take only 16 students from Northeast. This is the special quota for them as a kind of goodwill gesture from our side.
Thank you, sir. I guess we've been able to answer most of the questions that have come to us. May I now request Tessie to take over, please?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheena ma'am, Ginny ma'am, Soman sir, Sunani ma'am, Gandhali ma'am, Monica ma'am, for taking on that barrage of questions. Very interesting questions. I hope you are satisfied. We trust you're satisfied with the answers provided. So now we wrap up with the formal vote of thanks. On behalf of all of us at Symbiosis, I thank all of you very much for participating in this seminar. I sincerely thank all the people who have worked behind the scenes, whose names are there on the screen. Professor Monica Parikh, I repeat, Professor Ashwini Kothari for overall coordination, Mr. Nazir and Mr. Nitin, our IT twins, for technical support, Dr. Zakira Sheikh for the aesthetic PPTs that you saw, Professor Sheena Matthews, Professor Ginny Jacob, Professor Monica Parikh for working on the presentations, and last but not the least, once again, the pillars of our institution for the wholehearted support and encouragement, our principal, Dr. Rishikesh Soman, our vice principal, Dr. Parchure, our registrar, Mrs. Parlekar, and her office team. Goodbye to all of you for now, till we meet again. Thank you.